Hello, welcome back and welcome to the lecture. In this lecture, we are going to make this pop-up section, which is last section of the Create Popup Box. And this section is divided into three different parts: the top section, the middle section, and the bottom section. So first we are going to make the top section, but we need to first add these div inside the HTML. So let's get started. So open up the index.html file. So here you can see we have created the text area over here, and this is the cbox bottom section, which is the section which we are going to work. So inside the cbox bottom, if we see over here, you can see we have three different items over here. What we are going to do here, we are going to wrap these items inside a div, and then we are going to make these divs. What I mean by that, I mean to say, first we are going to create a div, and that will wrap these div inside. So let's get started. So this is the cbox bottom. If you open the cbox bottom, here we are going to add a div, and inside the div we are going to create three different divs for the top section, for the middle, and for the bottom. So that is a wrapper for these three divs, and these are the three divs which we are going to design as this. So the top div, we will call it class. So add a class here. We'll say create, and we will make it shorter. So we'll say C for create, P for pop-up, B for box, and we'll say B for bottom. We'll say wrap. So that will be the wrapper for this three different divs. And the first div will have a class name of let's say CPB, and we'll say top nav, and we'll copy this and we'll paste it here and also here, and this will be the middle section. So we will say middle, and here this will be the bottom section, so we'll say bottom. So save it. As soon we going further, let's add a comment to each and every ending tag of the element. So here you can see this is the div, which is this bottom nav ending div. Here we are going to say, we will add a comment here. We will say this is a create, or you can short this out, CPB bottom nav ends. This will help us when we go along with the video lecture, and there are so many devs in this project, and that will be very confusing if we don't have any comment right here. So that will be very helpful if we use these comments. So copy this, and you can see this is the cbox bottom. So here we are going to paste it, and we are going to say this is a cbox bottom, and we'll say it ends here. So save it. So right now we are going to work for the top section of the CPB nav, which is this. If you can see, that will be the top section which we will work on, but let's add the comment to all these divs. So on the top section we are going to say it is a CPB top nav, and we'll paste it here, and we'll say this is our middle section, save it. So that is a middle nav. So, and also here, so you'll say this is CPBB, and this is not nav, this is wrap. So that is a wrapper. So that is a short form of wrapper, so which ends here. So let's open up this top nav section. Let's scroll to the right. That's much better. Here we are going to add divs which is related to the top section. So let's see what we have there. So inside the top section we have this image here, and here we have a icon. When we click on this image, you can see the menu pop-ups which has so many colors or images, you can see. And when we click on this arrow, you can see it closes. So that's what we are going to add only inside the HTML. Once it's added to the HTML, then we are going to start designing that. So let's first add to the HTML, then we are going to design that. So open up that TBB top nav. As you can see, it is here. Here we are going to create a div, and this time we are going to add a wrapper for the menu because it's a menu. Inside the menu we have two different elements. The first one a div, and the second one will be the span. It doesn't matter you use inline element or a block level element. Either you use a span or div, it doesn't matter because we are going to use a flex property, a display flex. So it doesn't matter what you use, either or inline element or a block level element, because these will be the flex item anyways. In the span, we are going to use that smile icon of the font awesome to make it like this. So here, let me scroll a little bit to the top and to the right as well. Yeah, that's much better. For the icon, as we know that we use italic tag for the font awesome icon to add. So the class name for the smile icon is FA smile. Save the file and let's see it's working or not. If you refresh here, you can see your icon is popped up. It's working fine. So we will add a class to the wrapper for the menu. For the menu. The class name for the menu is CPB, and the top menu. So this is a top menu. So we'll say CPB create pop-up box top menu. And as you can see, we have created the icon over here, and it's time to add the divs for this. So over here inside this div, we are going to add two different divs for two different sections. If we focused over here, as you can see, this is the image, and if we click on this image, the menu pops up to the right. As you can see, it has so many images, and if we click on this icon, it vanishes to the left. So first we have divided this top section into two different divs, like this, and this is span. If we focus here, this is a div and this is a span. So right now we have created two different divs. Inside this left div. So once we click on this icon, the second div pop up, and if you click on that icon, it vanishes. That is what we want. We are going to do this with the divs. That is how I have done it. I have made this using 2 different divs, and all of this is happening only with CSS. I'm not using any JavaScript or whatsoever, and you're also going to learn that in a couple of videos. So over here, as I said, these 2 different element doesn't need to be inline or a block level element, because that parent element will be the flex container for these elements. That will be the items for the flex container, so that will automatically be in flex items. As for this menu, so on the top div, we are going to add a div, and inside that div there will be image, but we are not using an image tag for this. We are going to add a background image to this div, so we don't need to add an image here. We only use a class, and then we are going to add an image inside the CSS. That is how we are going to add image over this div. As for the second div, we are going to use a unordered list for this div UL element, and then we are going to use a li list items for that unordered list. That will hold the images which appears here. So first, what we are going to do here, we are going to name that div. The class name for this parent element which hold these items will be cpb t for top, and for menu hyphen menu items wrap. So that will be a wrapper for these items, which is these items, as you can see. And the top section, the first div will have a class name of cpb, and we'll say top menu, and we'll say top menu box. So this is the class name for the top. This class will also use in this list item divs. This class name for this div, and for the second div we will use class cpb hyphen top menu items. So these will be the items of the top menus, and now it's time to make the item inside HTML. So the first li element, and we will add a div here, and the first li element div will be the div which shows over here, this arrow div. When we click here, you can see this div will appear, the arrow div. That will be the first list item div. So here we are going to add a spawn element, because we are going to use font awesome icon to make that left pointing arrow, and we are going to use direct tag for the icon, and we'll say class name of FAS FA, and I don't know how you guys pronounce it. I think it's chevron, or you can say chevron left. That's the icon class name. Save it, and let's see it's working or not. Yeah, it's working over here. As you can see, the pointing left arrow icon is displayed. So for the second li, we are going to before copy the li, if we go to add a class here, the class name for the div will be the class name which we have given over here, the create pop-up box top menu box. That is a class name which will be used, the class name for the div as well as same as for the rest of the list items. Why I use this class name for this and for this as well, and also rest of the li's element divs, you will understand that later. I will tell you that later. Just first copy all this and paste it one more time and remove this icon because we don't need it for rest of the items. I can see here doesn't have any arrow over here, so we don't need to use that icon. So what we are going to do here, we are going to reduce some space from here because we are not creating any other element inside this div. This is just what we want. We are now going to copy this and we are going to paste it, I think 9 times. 2 1 2 3 6 7 8 and 9. Let me count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I think that's it for this list items. If you need more, we will do that later. If you scroll up, you can see we have added the chevron left icon and also the another list. Let me close this up. Now we need to understand the structure again. So that is the wrapper which is for the menu, and this is the wrapper for the items which is inside the menu. And if we go further to the top, you will see this is the top nav class which hold this menu wrapper, and it's also represent the top section of this create pop-up box section. So we have successfully added these div inside the HTML. Let me close this, and so we have successfully added this div inside the CPP top nav. So that's it for now, and in the next lecture we are going to start designing this section after we added all these classes. So I think that's it for now, and if you have any question you can ask me. See you in the next lecture.